everybody, and welcome back. I'm Roberta Gonzalez, filling in for Michelle Griego. This is Bay Area Focus. Joining us from Habitat for Humanity Greater San Francisco is Chief Development Officer Christine Lija. And it's so wonderful having you here today. I feel like it was meant to be. I just love your organization, but a lot of people are unfamiliar about what you're about. Maybe you can explain to people at home.
Sure. Thanks for having us, Roberta. It's great to see you again. And Habitat for Humanity Greater San Francisco is building new home construction right here in the Bay Area. And we are doing multifamily because we can't build just a single home at a time because there's limited land here in the Bay Area. And so we offer 0% interest, 0 down payment mortgages to low-income families that are making, for a family of 4, that's about $53,000.
That's amazing. Now, first of all, tell us about this organization and how it was founded here in the San Francisco area by Stephen Jacoby and Rosalind Carter.
Yes. So Stephen Jacoby is the founder of our organization. He was a United airline pilot, and Rosalind Carter happened to be on his plane. And so he passed her a note and said, "Can you meet me afterwards? I'd love to talk about Habitat for Humanity. I know you and your husband are really involved." And so she did. And he said, "I'm from LA, and there's a Habitat down there. Why isn't there one in San Francisco?" And she said, "You know, any volunteer can start a Habitat for Humanity." And he said, "I want to do that." The best part of this story is that he was actually a gay man who was diagnosed with HIV and passed away from complications with AIDS 1 month after he presided over his first board meeting.
That's amazing. And you know, I've always thought about this as a Jimmy Carter, former President Jimmy Carter charity event. I never knew Rosalind had such an undertaking in this mission.
She did, yeah, both of them together.
And I got to tell you, I have been out a couple of times on different projects, and even if I was able to drive a nail into, you know, the side of the wood, and it just makes you feel like you're doing something for other people in our area.
Absolutely.
But you can also travel abroad and help out as well.
You can. We have a partnership actually with Vietnam. So we send a group of about 24 volunteers over annually, and our trip is coming up in March.
In March. I want to go.
We would love to have you, Roberta. Love to have you.
Not only will I give you daily forecasts, but I'll help actually do things and build and even walk around and give people water. I would love to do that.
Great. We would love to have you.
Now, you have personally even seen how much help you have given to people right here in the Bay Area. And in fact, we are hearing from one particular person who's so grateful, and here's her story.
After the house fire, the whole back of the house was charred. Nothing was in place, no countertops. I didn't even have a stove. And at the time, too, I had sustained a back injury, so I felt sad. I didn't want to cook anymore. I was just devastated. Knowing that Habitat had okayed to do the project, it propelled me to work even harder to get through the paralysis that I was going through. My house started talking to me, start feeling the pulsating heartbeat of the home. Habitat for Humanity, it was the springboard.
Not only do you build from ground up, but you can go in and revitalize a home.
That's right. So another new program of ours that's about 4 years old, we're doing in the Bayview and also East Palo Alto, and that's Yolanda, who you just saw. So she's a homeowner that grew up in the Bayview, and that was her father's home that was passed on to her, and there was a big fire. And so we went over and we rebuilt the entire back wall of her home, and then we repaired her stairs. And she is a wonderful community asset where she actually cooks for the community and is someone who is really taking care of not only her own family, but her neighbors as well. So repairing her home was incredibly important.
Right. She was giving back to her community, so now it's our turn to give back to her as well. Now, do you serve the entire greater Bay Area?
So we do Marin, San Francisco, and San Mateo County.
And what do you have in your future plans?
So we are under a huge growth spurt. With the affordable housing crisis right here in the Bay Area, we're looking to build more homes more quickly than ever before, and we're also revitalizing more homes as well. And so we're really looking to make an impact so we can keep families here in the Bay Area so they don't need to move away.
So if people want to help or people want to apply for assistance,
So we have 10 homes up in Novato right now. So August 26th is the application deadline. So visit our website to get more information. And then we are always taking donations and also volunteers. And we have volunteer opportunities in East Palo Alto, San Francisco, and Novato.
And what does that require if you want to be a volunteer?
You just need to be 16 or older and no construction skills necessary.
No construction skills? I have a handyman belt.
That's great. Bring it. You'll use it.
All right. If you want to find out more about Habitat for Humanity, you don't even need a handyman belt. You can find out out more about the Habitat for Humanity in the greater San Francisco area by logging on to habitatgsf.org. That's habitatgsf.org. And that's about it for this week's edition of Bay Area Focus. We want to thank you so much for joining us. See you next time. Bye.